Hi there.
Hello there, Tim. How are you doing?
I'm flipping fantastic. How are you?
I'm miserable.
Oh
I'm
no.
so sad.
Would you like a little tidbit of something?
Sure.
Looking just like a dream, look so physically causing a scene. When I
Ooh.
step on the runway, you know all eyes on me. Ain't these bitches left no crumbs? Did it in the designer pump. So when you talk about looks, let them know that she's the one.
Wow. Wow.
I just want you to know that took me all of 10 minutes to do. I'm a lyric girl now.
Oh,
I
okay.
be knowing lyrics, and that's
Nice.
what I do.
Was that Miss Lux's line?
Miss Lux, I love you.
Hmm.
She's a lyricist herself, and her voice was amazing, and I love the harmony.
Nice. And
Yeah.
you're glowing today.
Oh, thank
You
you.
are jumping off this camera.
I don't know, I think spring finally has sprung for me.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I was in a place of desolation and despair and cold and a Walmart and for a while. And now I'm in a place that is all my own and has a lot of things going on. And I've been participating in such. So, yeah. And
Oh,
I also
good.
just had like a 3 hour nap. So that was good.
Uh, I tried napping and I got like 20 minutes in and then just didn't
Oh
get enough, you know what I
no.
mean?
Yeah. Like for the past few days, I've also been trying to nap and it just hasn't been working. And then
Mm,
today it just all like boom, clicked in.
yeah. I think
So
it's like I don't know. I think it's like a combination. Like it's really wet and dreary outside heat down here,
yeah.
and
I
um,
also thrive in the rain. Like
yeah,
like
it's not been like I've been walking like 10 miles a day, and it's been so nasty, and so I've been stuck inside. And I
yeah,
think the calorie deficiency is like
getting
starting to get to me.
well, I don't know. Well, I do know.
Hmm.
But I'm gonna ask anyway.
Uh
Are
huh.
you the type of person that can like have a piece of something and be fine and get back to it?
Yeah, 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 sure.
Mhm.
Um,
I am
I've
not.
I've
So,
been yeah, I've been so hyper focused the
mhm.
last 10 days that part of me wants to power through. You know,
Okay.
like this is a
But
bad.
if you're powering through and you're not enjoying life, then
I'm having a bad 5 hours. I've had a great 10 days.
okay.
Do you know what I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
well, if I just, you know, I'm also like trying. The other thing is like, I've got dinner tonight. I'm trying to like stay calm because I'm about to have like a decent meal. So
Yeah.
I'm also like just you're just
Do you
having a
think like
bad
it's because
day.
you're hungry? Most of it is because you're hungry.
No, it's probably not that. It's like I haven't had this feeling of like I probably want to eat something like since I've been doing this.
Hmm.
But that with like getting up at 5 a.m., I'm exhausted with the workout. I
Yeah.
didn't get much sleep last night. It's dreary. I'm
Yeah.
moody bear. So
The thing, yeah, when you start like a new journey or whatever,
yeah,
and you start like eating right and you exercise regularly, your sleep goes awry. Like
yeah,
it just, I don't know what happens. It's like the body is like, oh, so guess what? Since you want to play in my face, I'm about to play in your face. You're not going to bed. You're
yeah,
going to be low key on the key every
yeah.
minute of every day. And, I commend you for continuing, even though you don't feel good.
Thanks. I've been trying to fill my time with Iceland videos. What to bring to Iceland? What to do
You
in
know,
Iceland?
condoms. I hear they have, large men
Oh
um,
wow. Okay.
that are willing and able. I've been talking to people. Anyway, it's spring. I wore this.
That's
Well,
right.
I can't. I can't move out of my spot.
That's
But
right.
anyway, it's
Yay, the read.
It's spring has sprung, you guys. You have been holding on to these ain't shit people all winter because I don't know. It's warmer in a two bed. But
It
let
was
them go.
it was cuffing season. It
It
is
was.
no it's no longer cuffing season.
Yeah, it was 80. It was 80 degrees yesterday. It's
Yeah.
over. We're
Yeah.
done. Um, get your makeup, get your Mac, and go out and find something new and something better. Um,
And you know what, Tim? Maybe when they go find somebody, they should help. Maybe they should try to meet somebody that can help understand their anger.
yes, because we have a lot of that, right? Speaking of which, we are talking about anger and possibly being moody.
Mm,
What a perfect day to talk about this while
yeah, I'm definitely in the
you
mood.
are not in the best of moods, and I'm just as chipper and cheery.
you
But
you are
yeah,
you are ready to roll today.
of course, because that's who I am. She's a star. No, I'm just
Well, Tim, you want to get this thing rolling?
of course. Hi, I'm Tim
And I'm Bear, and this is Cub.
and Chubb. Yay,
Yay!
we're doing it even though we're mad.
Hello!
Hey.
Yay! We're back. I'm gonna try my darndest, everybody, because we're gonna be talking about anger, and
Yeah.
I
While you're
am
feeling a little
I am Moody Bear. Um,
burr.
so Tim, tell us a little bit about growing up. Like, did you have like fits of anger as a child, and like how'd your parents handle that? Like, what was that like growing up?
So I actually got my anger from my dad. Um,
Mm,
I I have moments where I get very incensed and like really just irate, and it's best for me to I figured out very early that it is just best for me to like quiet myself and get away. And I I gotten to a point where I used my silence as a weapon. um and my mother didn't like that at all.
yeah.
It was like I called your name and I would be like, I know. And then I would get a whooping because that is not like children are to be obeying their parents. That is
Yeah.
the household that I came from, and it didn't matter whether I was upset about something that they said or not. I still had to um deal with whatever was coming my way. But there was a long time that I would get mad. And then one day my mother sat me down and she just basically said, you have this anger about you that isn't nice and isn't going to get you anywhere in life. And you can either deal with this now or you will always have to deal with this as an adult like your dad.
Mm,
And that was one of the I don't know if she knew that, but I don't I never have wanted to be like anybody else. I may have wanted to assimilate and like disappear, but I've never wanted to be like anybody else. So that was one thing that I tried to work around. Now it's still the older I get now, it comes back as the same
mm.
situation, but just as an adult. And so I just disappear. Like, and it's better for me
Yeah.
to before I say something I don't want to say. But yeah, what about you?
Um, I definitely had like fits of anger as a kid, watching wrestling and taking it out on certain sisters at times.
Oh,
What's up, Sarah, my wrestling buddy?
or
My unwilling wrestling buddy.
oh,
Um, but I also had like a decent fear of my parents. So I remember my parents, I think, put their hands on me once each in their life, and like never again. So I
oh,
remember Mom and Jessica were in a fight. I was 3, and I just heard this new word, bitch, from HBO. Some movie
mm,
was on, and Mom and
not
Jessica were
really.
fighting, and like Mom was being like, I was trying to protect Jessica, and so I
Mhm.
walked up. I'm like, Mom, stop being such a bitch, and didn't even see the hand coming, but got
Because you don't know
slapped.
that that's a result of being
Yeah,
called that. Like,
that's right, and that's why that's how I learned about the word bitch. It's like, oh,
yeah.
people don't like that. Okay, got it. Check. But again, like the last time she ever did anything like that. I
Mhm.
have a core memory of dad spanking me with a belt that I think he refutes. But I also like I had some core memory at like 3 or 4. I was really young, so it could have been a
Yeah.
dream. I could have imagined it over time. But I have a memory of him spanking me with a belt, and then being like really scared of him for like a very
Yeah.
long time, and then like that thawing out much later.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think I've asked him about that before. He's like, I've never spanked you with a belt before in my life. I'm like,
Oh, I
mm,
mean,
I
that sounds like
mean,
gaslighting.
I know, right? It sounds like gaslighting.
It's like I didn't do that to you,
It's like that did
which is
not
very
happen.
parents.
But
Like,
I do know like he never did. But I have like this vague memory. It's very weird.
yeah.
Um, so I don't know that I was like an. I take that back. I was dealing with anger issues as a kid. I think a lot of it because of my size,
Mhm.
and I got taken out on like the kids in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
There were a lot of broken ribs and chipped teeth and oops, I didn't mean to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and
So your anger is like physical or
yeah,
can't organize.
when I was a kid, because of my size, I would like use it.
Yeah.
And then there was an accident that involved my sister when I was 7 and she was 5. I don't know. Have I told you about this?
No.
This incident with Sarah? We were playing outside and she was frustrating me in some way, as a little kid sister might do.
Yeah.
And she was coming down our very steep hill on a scooter,
Mm.
on her bike. And in frustration, I threw my scooter in front of her, and she went over the handlebars and lost all of her teeth
Oh,
and
wow.
stitches
Yeah.
um, and that's one of those things where like you can't take that back. And I remember
Yeah, that changes
yeah,
things and like that's almost a metaphor for your the rest of your life with you seeing your sister.
yeah. And it was that instant that like even at 7, there were like something like changed in the way I had thought about expressing my anger.
Mhm.
Like from that point on, I feel like the way I approached, I just learned to do the thing where like when I'm not willing to deal with this,
Yeah.
I walk away now. Like
Yeah.
I disengage, and I'm like because I don't want to go there. And some
Yeah.
of that is from remembering like those incidents with
That
kids
you
and
can't
Sarah.
go there.
Yeah, I just see red really quickly,
Yeah.
and so it's like we're not gonna do that. Um, have you had any like recent bouts with like anger, like rage? Like, do you remember
Um,
like the last time you felt legitimate like rage?
not rage, but I will say that like sometimes at work I get upset because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like sometimes I'm doing more than my part.
Sure.
And it's not always the case for other people. And I remember that we're all getting a paycheck to be here. And just because I can do more than you doesn't mean I should be doing way more than you.
Yeah.
And so, like, sometimes that makes me a little angry, but then I remember that I can just slow down.
That's right.
So,
I gotta take my damn time.
yeah, I can go take a break. Like, I think in America we are conditioned to think that we just need to go, 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 go. And
Mhm.
other people aren't necessarily conditioned in that way.
Yeah.
Um, and so they know to take their breaks and they know to, you know, only do a certain amount. And I'm just like, let's get the work done. And which is people love me for that, but at the same time, I think I derive a lot of like annoyance
Mm.
when I because I'm the person that can do, I I have to do, or I feel like I'm being made to do more.
Yeah.
So that annoys me. And sometimes that can like culminate in anger when I hear like giggling and laughter and like chilling, and I'm sitting up here dying. So
Right.
yeah, heat makes me very angry.
You do not like heat.
No, I'm a whole other person. I would like to think that I am the person I would be had I not checked my anger at a younger age.
Mm.
I am not happy when I am very hot. I, I have done some things that are not very cordial when when I'm hot, and I don't apologize for those because you knew what it was. You shouldn't have brought me to South Carolina.
Mm.
But yeah,
So how do you think our relationship would have gone had I not caved to your 62, 63-degree winter apartment setting?
it would have gone less than 2 years. Um it would have um it would have been a lot of explaining to do, Lucy, because like you can
Mhm.
always put something on, but I
Right.
can't take but so much off.
Right. Right.
So we would have had to like maybe do like a 65-degree something.
Mm. Okay.
Um I don't
But we
know, like,
but we didn't.
but we
But we
didn't.
didn't.
We did not.
Nope. We didn't have to
Because
do that.
so this is the thing, like you sleep better when it's cold.
Yes, you sleep better when it's cold. This is true.
I did not know that you didn't. So this is the thing. When people don't speak up for themselves, you can't like
And what are we talking about today, Tim? I don't want to get angry, so I'm just going to
I didn't know
now I
now.
like to think about it as a silver lining that you trained me to live with Al because
Exactly.
this
So like
bitch coming from Buffalo.
I just want everybody to know, everybody that has either lived with me or been my friend in some type of way
Mhm.
has been trained and prepared for the mate that they have chosen. Um, I want you to know that I am the before. I am I paved the way so that you can then have the life that you want. So
Mm.
just do what I tell you to do. Uh, but
Mhm.
yeah, like I'm so sorry that you had to deal with that,
And
and
it's okay. You know what?
that you had to put on a cover.
We got this.
So, I love you so much.
Love you too, baby.
Um,
You're my favorite.
so other than right now, when is the other time that we've ever been? I've been like annoyed just because that's who I am. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I've seen you annoyed.
like I've been annoyed with so when people are in your space, period, it doesn't matter if it's also their space too. Sometimes you just be like, all right, well, I keep seeing you here.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Sure.
and that could be some days that can be annoying. But other than that, like I've never really been mad at you.
Oh, mad at each other. Yeah. No, I've never been mad at you. I've been confused,
Yes,
right?
I
Like as we
thought of
try
that.
to as we try to like navigate each other's emotional space, right?
Yeah,
Um I've been very happy, but never angry.
yeah.
Yeah, no, no. Well, I'm lying a little bit. Um, we
We
we,
always
we tell that story. So, there was a moment earlier in Tim and I's relationship where one Mr. Bear was in the midst of quitting smoking.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Mm-hmm. That was a
Your
moment.
your boy Bear had a pack a day habit for a while, and um, I decided to quit. And oh wow, I'm trying to remember what even happened.
I don't know why, but we were on the phone.
I was in West Virginia, and you had called me. You were doing like a check in with me or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was doing. I was responding to something.
I probably said something a little cheeky, to be honest.
Yeah, like
Like,
you may have said something funny or like cute or being a little shady, and my nicotine deprived brain interpreted it as, oh, that's how you want to be.
yeah.
That's what we're doing today. That's what's good. And,
Yeah.
and Tim was immediately taken aback because
I was like,
that's not me. I don't
I was
that's
like,
not how I
wait a
do
minute, what
people.
is going on here? I don't like I think I even said I was like, what is this? Like,
Yeah, and I think before we hung up, it was like I said something to the degree of like, well, if that's how you feel, then we just don't need to speak. Like I said something very blunt, and
yes. And I was like, and that's fine.
you're like, that's fine. And then we hung up. I think it was like 5 or 10 minutes later. It was
It
it
might have been 3 to 5 minutes,
it wasn't yeah, it
because
was
I
very
was just
short.
like, I hung up the phone and I was like, so I just lost my best friend.
Right. And I'm sitting
And
there.
I'm that person that listen, if you want to leave, you get out. Like so, like because
I
I was just like, well, I just lost my best friend. And by the time I said friend, like you had called
Yeah,
back.
I called Tim immediately back, and I was like, I am so sorry. I am going through it right now. I do not know what's wrong with me. Like I was, and you were very gracious. You were
Yeah, I
very
was like, well, you're
kind,
quitting smoking.
and
It's a thing.
we were giggling and laughing before the end of that call. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, just a rough few minutes, but
Yeah,
I
it
think
was
that's our only true fight.
yeah, that's our only
If that's even if you even want to quantify that as a fight.
I'm quantifying it as a
You
fight.
gonna take it as a fight? Okay.
Because I was like, well, I guess it's over. But I was like, West Virginia got him, girl.
West Virginia, got him. It's out.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Um, but yeah, we don't really I think we just respect each other and we expect and by now we kind of know what you
Yeah,
can push
for,
on and what you cannot. Like,
yeah. 14 years in, you kind of learn what people's buttons are. You know,
yeah,
so
you're just like, don't talk about that, or don't talk about anything with other people, or
keep my name out your mouth unless I'm with you.
I think I'm very simple.
Yeah, no, your rules are very clear.
Yeah,
It's not hard to
they're
interpret.
not rules, they're boundaries.
I'm sorry, Tim. I meant boundaries.
No, I just like, I'm the type of person that I don't want to be angry. And when I get to that place, I then after I'm vindictive and hateful and try to make your life as worse as you made me feel, I then try to think, do I need this person in my life if they're going to make me feel this way?
Yeah.
Or if I don't want to allow anybody to make me feel this way. I don't want to put the onus on them. Like I'm
Sure.
allowing it. So if I know that you're a person that's going to incite anger in me, then I have to figure out where you fit in the grand scheme of my life.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's you don't fit at all. And other times it's like we can just go out and kiki and have a good time, but you don't get to share space
Yeah.
with me. Yeah, so I don't get angry as much anymore, but when it does, I have found that between like my teenage years where I really didn't get angry at all, but like one time with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think I've told that story, which in the college episode,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
where I ended up not going to college for 2 years, vindictive, on my own account. Um,
Yeah.
so other than that, like I try not to be angry too much. And if I do, then I try to figure out ways to never get there again. It with specific people.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. But having boundaries and there are people in my life too where it's like for the most part I don't keep people that incite me like that around, but there are certain people that for various reasons occasionally are around, right? And so
yeah,
you gotta like it's like a spice or something. It's like sparingly and
exactly.
that's fine.
Because
But
just because I don't like somebody, it doesn't mean that your friends don't like them.
right.
And I try to be a person that like you can have your own life with this person and like do whatever. I just I don't mess with them.
Yeah.
Like so I try to make sure that it doesn't my boundaries don't impede on other people and their boundaries.
Yeah.
Um, so one of my boundaries is don't talk about me to people I don't like or know.
Yeah.
Like, um, and sometimes you think that's everybody, but which I mean, if you don't know who I like, which to be honest, it is I give everybody the common courtesy and decency of speaking to them, saying hello, and keeping it pushing. So
Mm-hmm.
that can seem like I like everybody. So that can be confusing to my friends.
Mm-hmm.
So they just know not to say anything to anybody about me.
You just get trained to not speak people's names. Just how's Tim?
Well,
He's
he's
great.
great.
He's great. Keep him
Exactly.
pushing.
Because, okay, this is the thing.
You ain't got to explain yourself.
No, it's just one of those things where it's like, hey, girl, like, how's Bear? He's good. He's great. If you really wanted to know, one, you would listen to our podcast, Cub and Chub.
Come and
Um, we are cubandchub@gmail.com if you wanted to comment on how we feel. Or
you know what, Tim? This is good stuff. Let's take a quick break and
yeah,
let's expand upon this
okay.
because this can lead to anger in certain areas. So I think it's related. So everybody, hang out. We'll be right back.
Bye.
Hey, everybody.
Hi, I think we're back,
We're
right?
back. I think we have. I don't think we got. Yeah. Hi. Um, so, Tim, let's expand upon this because this was a lesson in our friendship that I had to learn about
Yeah.
respecting your boundaries, right, with other people.
Yes.
So,
but it's also a lesson in like, for me, you were really the first person that I had to learn that people are people, and they express themselves differently. You you like to share your life with people, and I am a more private person.
He says
Um,
on his very public podcast, yes.
no, like I don't. If you're gonna eventually one day pay for it, yeah,
This is true. This
I'm
is
gonna
true.
like this could be like this could be a business if we really, if y'all really listen and y'all love what you hear. I would love for this to be a life journey and business for us.
Hmm.
Um, but
But for all intents and purposes, yes,
for
you're there.
all intents and purposes, you know, if somebody says, "How are you?" You are somebody who's like, "I'm on a journey. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I'm having a good time."
Hmm.
Me, I'm like, "I'm good. How are you?"
Yes.
Because I don't know you,
Right.
and I don't know if you like even care. Like, why do you like?
Yeah.
I I'm just somebody who I protect what I have and the light that I like give off, because I burn bright. And if I burn for everybody, then I burn out.
Sure.
And I don't, I, I have learned in my short 10 years um, that I'm 35 people. Um, that if I want to continue to give Tim and be happy about what I'm putting out there in the universe, that I need to spend time with myself and also kind of shelter um, the amount that's being
Sure.
given. The Bible speaks about our cup runneth over, and what's in the cup is mine. What's out of the cup is everybody else's. But I have to fill the cup. So I spend my days filling my cup, uh, and that includes my business and my business alone with me. Um, and whatever pours out goodness and mercy and peace and tranquility for other people who enjoy me when they see me, it's for them. But yeah,
How did you feel early on in our relationship when I was not understanding your code of conduct, let's say?
that's the portion that I had to figure out, like, because I didn't, because okay, as a young person, we all think that, we are all the same and we all feel the same way about certain things. And so when you would share things, I was like, why are you wasting your, like, for me it was like, why are you wasting your breath on my business? And it was one of those things I had to figure out. I was like, how, I love this person to death. So like I don't want to like lose him. And he's a very important part of me being me. So how can I incorporate it so that he can still be himself? Um, but I can still have the things that are for me. And so sometimes it means that, you get news a little later. Like, um, and I don't know. Other times it means that like now to not just say I'm good. Like I'm good.
Yeah.
Um, because I think you think just because you're friends with somebody and you think that they are a pivotal point in your life, that they must be the same for me
Mm.
sometimes. And it's not necessarily the case. For some people it is, but not all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah. To answer your question, I did feel a little slighted, and I was like, "Whoop!" I was like, "I'm not used to this. He's attacking me in some way," and so, as a human being that feels attacked, I, shut down and reprocess things.
Yeah,
Like I
sure.
said, see how people fit into your life. How did you feel when I said, "Don't be telling people my business"?
I mean, I think I didn't understand. I mean, you said it. I tend to be over trusting with everybody. So I meet people and assume good intentions. And what that means is that I tend to give too much.
Yeah,
Or I won't say too much. I just give. And I don't
yeah,
mind giving, right? And in my brain, there was for a long time there wasn't a boundary between that and the people in my orbit.
mm,
Um, you brought in a certain, especially after the summer,
yeah,
which there's a story here that we have not Tim has not spoken about, and maybe he will, maybe he won't. But um, there was this moment in our relationship, and it's one of those things where I'm going, okay, so here's
I think I said it. I think I said it last episode.
you
College,
said
my family died. Yeah,
yeah, your family had passed, and that was that event was one of those things where it was so public.
yeah,
It was such a large event that had happened, and now I feel as Mama Bear, like, taking, like, come on over for holidays, like
yeah,
spending time with you, and quote unquote adopting you, and and then there becomes this thing. It's like, so why is Tim over on the weekends and over on the holidays, and what's going? There's that kind of thing. So I'm
yeah.
fighting that battle for my what I normally do is overshare anyway, and now
Yeah.
I've got my
Somebody else who is completely different.
yeah, who
Yeah,
is not like that and has been through something, and it's like, so do I explain what happened? Do I give too much? Like, you brought in a whole nother kind of complexity to how I feel like I talk to people and like talk about people,
yeah,
because of what happened. Um, and it just took a while to figure out that uh, just because we don't share a similar mindset in our approach to people at times doesn't mean that I can't respect your wishes. And it wasn't even about not respecting them. It was like, oh, I didn't get it. I didn't understand that that was a thing. Like, oh,
yeah,
okay. When I started dating Al, like, Al knew your name and we were roommates for a very
yeah.
long time. By the time I met Al, I was like, you will learn from Tim who Tim is.
And that's my thing. It's like
Yeah.
it should be that way. And like I'm actually going through something similar right now with um the place that I'm working at. Is like they know that I'm friends with somebody that they know. And so they're asking me about this person.
Hmm.
And I don't I don't tell other people's business. Like
Right.
that's not mine to tell. Like
Yeah.
if you want to know something about me and I feel like you're worth my time, yeah, I'll absolutely tell you. But if it's somebody else's stuff, all you're going to get out of me is they're good, they're alive and well. Like when people ask me how is Bear, good, he's great.
Yep.
Like because number one, you're everywhere. Like on all platforms. If somebody wants to find you and know your business, they will know it.
Yep.
So you're not coming to me for it.
Sure.
But when it comes to my friends and family, I do the same thing for that I want for myself because I treat people like I want to be treated.
Yeah.
And everybody doesn't need to know everything that's going on because that's just for me. I have found in the past when people are privy to your business, they feel privy to the judgment of it and privy to the
Sure.
uh your their opinions need to be um taken into consideration when it really doesn't.
Yeah.
And it's just extra stuff that you just really don't need to be dealing with when you need to make decisions about your life for you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, I struggle with that. I struggled with that for a long time at work.
Mhm.
Another thing where I for a very long time had that mentality of like my coworkers are also family and friends,
Yeah.
you
Mhm.
know, and I know there's some people out there who are gagging at what I just said listening to this, but you know, I think I have what some people would call a strong work ethic. I don't mind working hard. I don't mind working crazy hours, but I'm also a social person.
Mhm.
And for me, for a very long time, that meant like if I have to spend 40 plus hours with you, I want to like you. I want to get
Yeah.
to know you, right? It makes it easier for me to deal with you when we're not getting along if I have some empathy and ability to relate to you. So I, for a very long time, like my coworkers were also like, I was when things would happen at work, and I'm like, how could this be? I thought we were friends. Um,
See,
and
and it's so many when you do this, so much of your own opinion goes into people's lives.
yeah,
And it's hard to imagine like everybody that like knows about you coming to him and like, well, I think you should do this about whatever, or I think you
hmm,
should do this and that and the third. Now that's overload. That's information overload. And I
yeah,
just need to quiet myself and listen to me
yeah,
because at the end of the day, most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, I already know the answer.
yeah,
I just need to do it. I when it comes to my coworkers, and I don't want anybody to think that I'm just like, stay away from me. I don't want to be around you. Absolutely not. It is very much, hey girl, how's it going? And if you want to tell me your business, go right on ahead. Just know that it's not going anywhere outside of
yeah,
what has been said between me and you. And also, if you don't want to tell me your business, that's great because I have most everybody else's stuff to
yeah,
pray about and deal with. I'm open. It's just open for the right reasons. Like if I have made friends at work. Um I do have quite a bit of friends that I've made from work, but it wasn't it was because we clicked before I just shared.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You
Yeah.
built trust.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I just feel like not everybody, I don't feel like everybody's, out to get you, but I do feel like not everybody needs to even be for you. You don't need a bunch I don't need a bunch of cheerleaders to be honest. Like I
yeah,
just two or three people who I enjoy, who are by heart and I love is all I need.
yeah,
But yeah, but I completely understand now um other people and their wants and desires to connect, period. Um
yeah. I think for me, I think the reason I tend to, I don't want to say collect people, but
yeah.
I connect with a lot of people, but I think it's because I initially share and invest, and there is a trust that comes back with that with people. But
Mhm.
again, not all those people are maybe trustworthy, right? And it's taken a few times in my life to like see what happens when I do that and what
Yeah.
they do with that information.
See, yeah, you had that in your adult life. I got that in my childhood.
Yeah,
Like, I
sure.
quickly realized I was like, ooh, everybody ain't for me. Like,
Yeah,
and that I needed a little bit of peace that I fortunately in my adulthood created for myself.
Yeah.
But I find that even in my wanting to be private or more private, I still get I still like people just like me.
No, you are very kind and soft
Yeah,
energy. Like no, like you're you like again like when you connect with people, whether it's you can talk to anybody about anything, whether it's
absolutely.
music, pop culture, like you can connect on these kind of like trivial things, and
Yeah.
no, people love you.
Yeah,
They
people
don't know you like I know you.
ah but that's the thing. But don't you feel privileged?
Oh, so privileged. Thank
Like
you.
that's the thing is like the people who know me
Right.
like can sit at a bar and watch me like work the room and like you talk to these people about me and they
Watching
have no idea.
watching you serve shade to people who do not know you're shading them is one of my
Ah,
favorite things about spending time with you, Tim. When they're just like, he's so sweet. I'm like, he hates you. and
wait a
he
minute.
and he
Hate
told
is hate is a strong
and he
word.
told you in his words and his eyes if you knew him.
Uh,
Hate's a strong word. He's not. You are not.
you're not for me.
You are not for him. That's exactly.
Exactly. That's
And
the
I just
thing. It's like
me sitting at station 2 eating my cheeseburger like this bitch.
I just be like, sometimes you have teeth, sometimes you don't. Like it is what it is. That's the life that we lead. And maybe not you're not for me, but enjoy your burger. Like enjoy your
Enjoy
things.
it.
Like I'm good love, enjoy. Like it's like that.
Amen.
But I'm not gonna disrespect you, and I will treat you every time I see you. Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well because I genuinely do feel like I hope you're doing well, even if you're a trash ass person. I hope you're not as trash as you are, like
Hopefully
you know.
you're less trash than you were last time I saw you. Yeah.
And even if you're not, it really doesn't matter because it doesn't permeate my life in any type of way.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just
What
went from anger
we
to
did.
I don't, and you know what? There is a part of my anger that I get tired of being angry, and then it moves into I don't feel nothing for you. And that is the dangerous place for you to be.
It goes to Gwyneth Paltrow's I wish you well. You know,
Not like when I see you, hey, how you
yeah.
doing?
Wish you the best.
Like you might think of like, oh, he's just quiet. Yep, sure am. I'm
Round
very
you.
quiet.
Yep.
Quiet, and I hope that you never experience me again. Like that's fine. I don't wish you harm. I just don't wish you anything.
Yeah.
Like I wish you space. NASA. NASA.
Hmm.
Space. Be out there away from me. Just like I feel about dogs and cats. Like I don't hate them. I feel nothing for them. Like be away from me.
By the way, pets. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, if we wanted to, like, you want to talk about angry. The last place the place before I was at the other place was full of pet hair. Now that made me angry because it was supposed to be an Airbnb, and Airbnbs are supposed to be clean. And if you are out there, hashtag Airbnb and say Tim had a dirty experience and it
Dirty.
wasn't good.
It was not good.
Um, so, but yeah, so anger. That was that.
Okay. Yeah, we're not going to do a pets episode. It'd be very short. Tim, how do you feel about pets? Hate them. All right, next topic.
Not even hate. It's just like they exist,
They
I
exist.
guess.
They're here. Well, Tim, let's take our last break. We'll be right back.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm trash. And we're back.
Hello, everybody. Tim, you got somebody going to shout out this week?
Yeah, I got a shout out. I'm gonna shout out Mistress Isabel Brooks
MIB.
And also, I'm going to shout out Lux Noir London. That is
Mm.
Lux Noir London, Bob the Drag Queen. Um, I want to shout them out because they had excellent, and I mean excellent, um, verses on Blame It on the Edit. I have been listening to it uh all week, and Lux is just, oh, that girl. Love her. So shout out to both of them.
Is she is
Yeah.
she is she who you want to win?
So this is the thing. It's not that I
Girl,
don't
pick one. Who is?
so it's not that I want her to win. I just don't want her to lose. And I don't think she is. Like, but I want Anitra to win, to be
All
honest.
right, so you want Anitra to win. Who do
Yeah.
you think is going to win?
Sasha.
Okay, that's
I mean, yeah.
I want Anitra to win.
Yeah.
I am feeling. I still have a little hope that she will. I have a little hope that she will. We'll see.
So this is the thing. It's like at this point, the final four, you can't lose. So
No, I'm happy with all of them. I mean,
yeah.
honestly, anybody could get crowned and I'd be like, they deserve it. It's
I'm
great.
happy of all four queens of color. I love it. It's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so shout out to them.
Oh, we're gonna do a special podcast next week.
Oh yeah, we are.
That's right. I forgot. We already planned that. Yeah, next week, guys, we're going to record on Sunday with our favorite person, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Yeah, we're going to do a little wrap up and talk about the finale, which airs on Friday next week, a week from today. And we're just going to chat a little bit about our feelings, how season 15 went. So,
if we're angry
about it, a part 2 of our anger episode, maybe. But it might be a day or two late, but it'll be up next weekend. So be on the lookout for that. So,
yeah.
yay. So what's making you live this week?
Well, what's making me live this week is my mirror wall in my condo that I'm at.
Ooh.
It is very, very sexy. I love myself very much, and I love looking at myself, and I can every morning I wake up. So shout out to the mirror wall. I mean, you can see part of it right here.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it extends to the rest of the wall. So
oh, nice.
I'm very happy with it.
I thought that was a door into the room behind you, and it wasn't until you put your hand in front of it that I saw your reflection. I was like, oh,
yeah, girl. It's a condo, so they got to make it feel bigger. But also I love tight spaces. So
how is? Sorry.
Wow, my business.
I'll have a beep and a big face. I'll blame.
Wow! Sorry. Blame it on the edit.
Blame it on the edit. Don't be mad because you said it. Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
We're still learning each other.
That's right. It's a learning curve. 14 years in, we're still figuring it out.
Listen, yeah. But what are you living for, Bear?
What am I living for? No sponsorship. I am part of a program that helps people when they are trying to focus on their journey when it comes to food and mental health. So I'm on this journey, and this group tends to lean towards females, very female heavy. Whenever I go to a group meeting, I am usually the one, if not maybe the second person who identifies as male in these meetings, which is fine. Growing up with sisters, and I love my ladies. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. My lady energy.
I love y'all so much.
Yeah.
Until I want to go to the club and not coming to the gay clubs.
Different needs. So I'm doing these meetings, and the group that I'm in right now, There's just a bunch of ladies that are so sweet. And
Mhm.
I walk into the meetings and they're like, Bear, you're here. Come join us. I think they're just so happy to have a dude.
Oh, that's so sweet. You know what? My job is very female heavy, and I know that it is a privilege that when I come in that like I'm automatically like because it's a
Yeah.
dude. And I'm just like, girl, I just want to let you know the gender is a construct.
Gender's a construct.
But I'm gonna let you have it.
But you seem happy.
Yeah, you seem happy. So
maybe you'll treat me
I'm
kindly.
also black, so I don't want to like stir the pot too much.
Start with my gender politics. Hello.
Oh Lord. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't want to get into this too much, but
Yeah.
yes, enjoy. Yeah,
It's there's something about like being surrounded by a bunch of just smiling ladies that are just happy to see you. I'm like, thanks, ladies. I feel welcome. So shout out to my crew. Love seeing you guys every week. So Tim, how can people find us?
Well, you can find us everywhere that you can stalk your ex-boyfriend. You can find us on Instagram at Cub and Chub. You can find us on the
TikToks.
TikTok at
Tiki-takis.
Cub and Chub. You can also email us comments, concerns, questions, dick pics. At we are cubandchub at gmail.com. Again, dick pics at we are cubandchub at gmail.com. Yeah, that's where you can find us. That's where we are found. We also could do the Facebook thing someday for your aunties that may love us. And yeah, I love you so much, Bear.
I love
You're
you
wonderful.
too,
I'm so happy to see you, like, you know, those little ladies every week.
Tim. Back at you. Thanks for staying with me through this. I know it started a little rough, but I feel much better now that we did it.
I mean, what a perfect time to talk about anger. So
Perfect. Everybody, enjoy your weekend. We'll see you next week. Thank you so much.
bye. Love you.
I love you.
Go touch somebody. Mwah.
Woo.